What it do, y'all? This your man King Eric, the media assassin, coming at y'all with another video. And I want to talk about Hate Me Now, which was one of the biggest records from 1999. Controversial record, I might add. And possibly one of the most hypest records I ever had. Now, love him or hate him, Puffy is probably one of the best trash talkers in the game. And one of my main concerns about this song was, man, he gonna have Nas on some shiny shoe shit. He gonna be having Nas rapping to some jiggy shit. Nah. Because, see, this song was a reflection of what was going on between those two at the time. Now, keep in mind, this was a year and a half removed from Big getting killed. Puffy was getting a lot of hate. Still do to this day. For how he treated his artists, for how he treated staff, from his peers. And he still get that. Nas, on the other hand, he got a lot of hate from people in this, from hip-hop bloggers, hip-hop writers, talking about he fell off, he went commercial, he sold out. He got into a lot of funk with some of his peers in Queens. So it was a perfect match, considering the events that was transpiring at that time. But the controversy was this. The controversy was Nas and Puffy being hung on crosses like Jesus. Now, the original version had Puffy on the cross, and Puffy didn't want this played, period. Somehow, that version got aired on MTV that one time, and you never seen it again. Now, I seen it last night for the first time, and I think it was the right move because it didn't look right. Especially when you had Puffy on the cross and he talking about, I like how this feels. And I'm like, that don't even sound right in context with this song here. So, looking back now, it didn't fit. So, it was the right move. So, it had Nas being the focus. So, you see Nas carrying the cross like Jesus. And you see Nas getting stoned and spat on and beaten. So, it mainly focused on Nas, which was a smart move. And this led to Steve Stout, which is one of my favorite hip-hop moments, getting his ass beaten, his head busted. And keep in mind, this was probably around the time Puffy was feeling himself, because, you know, he was the man then. He had pull. He still does, but back then, he had a lot. And he got away with it, pretty much. But nevertheless, this record here is surprisingly ended up being one of my favorites from I.M. I thought I was going to hate it. The cinematic beat, the visuals from Hype Williams, from where he shot the video, were both bone-chilling and eye-catching. Especially with Nas, when he rapping, when he hanging on the cross, and you see how it was shot. That was amazing work right there. And that show right there, Hype was one of the best at its time in terms of bringing mini movies to the forefront. Now, I like the energy that Nas also brought. It was a different type of energy. Like, I ain't never really heard Nas rap to that magnitude of being angry. That's what made this song so impressive. It kept up with the energy of the beat. Then you had Puffy talking, die motherfuckers, die motherfuckers, die. It had a whole apocalyptic theme to it. And then you had the explosives, the club scenes, which had the scenery switches. It was so fire. But on the flip side, the third verse of Nas on this song is one of his best verses ever. That nigga went off. It's a thin line between paper and hate, friends and snakes, 9 millies and 38s, hell of the purdy gates. I was destined to come, predicted, blame God, he blew breath in my lungs, second to none, winds toward wives to widows, shoot through satin pillows, the destined one. Take a time to acclaim my spot, chairman of the board to the GameStop, and I side with the Lord, ride for the cause while I drive niggas shot at my doors. I was like, goodness, he blacked. He blacked on that one. That's one of his best verses ever to me. But overall, man, this song was incredible to me, man. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it because of the controversy as well. They thought it was like blasphemous. But it could be considered that it was a Tupac influence as well, because you even see Nas with the bandana on his head in the video. And you see them, and you see Tupac, he had the Smile video, and he also was the first to put himself on the cross. So that his influence was very heavily there. So that's my thoughts on Hate Me Now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe, hit the like button, peace.